Here, before you can even ask. Just how you like it. No, it's on the house. Yeah, what a month's waste anyways. And we're gonna close up in about 15, so I thought I'd start clearing out some stuff. And I thought maybe you'd appreciate a little extra coffee. And a reason to stay a little longer. Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna kick you out. Yet. You're not exactly the customer that I mind having around while I clean up. You're quite the regular. And it'll be nice to have some company. It's pretty dead in here. Probably because it's so late. Don't even get me started about the morning rush. It was quite hectic this morning. Yeah, it was a while before you came in. Now you come in more towards the evening. Same time, right on the dot, same spot. Same coffee. Yeah, I've noticed. I'm usually pretty observant about all my customers, but I definitely usually take notice of the regular ones. You know, just learning names, usual coffees make things go faster and make things a lot more friendly. You know, I'm just observant. I'm not trying to be creepy. From what I've observed, usually after you get your usual, you go back in this nice little cozy corner, read a book, work on your stuff. Stay for quite a while. And then, you know, skedaddle as it starts getting later. However, this time you stayed a little bit later than usual. Seemed to have gotten lost in your work, so thought you'd like another coffee. I almost didn't bring it over. You seemed so engrossed in your, well, whatever you're doing. And I didn't want to interrupt or anything like that, but then I thought, screw it. Maybe you'd like an extra coffee and you'd give me an excuse to spark up some conversation. And that'll give you a reason to stay a little longer so you can finish your coffee. As I said, it's really no fun closing alone. Yeah, I'm usually scheduled for closing times. It's okay. A little tiring sometimes after a long, long day. But sometimes it's kind of nice. Peaceful even. Do you like the lights in the shop? They're very cozy. It's like dimly lit, and especially since it had a little bit of a sprinkle outside today, the windows all, it's like the water droplets are reflecting the light, and it can be really peaceful closing. It's nice. It's even nicer when you have company, though. You know, I do know your name, but I don't know much about you, obviously. Usually I just give you a coffee and let you go about your business, as, you know, a good barista usually does. But since I got you here, and looks like you're actually going to be finishing your cup of coffee before you go, what you got going on in your life? Or, you know, what you're willing to share? Oh, come on, there must be something. Like, what are you working on? Unless it's some, like, secret government document that you're not supposed to tell me about. Which, in that case, please don't tell me. I want to live. Just boring work stuff. I get that. Okay, so other than boring work stuff, what's a favorite show you have? Really? Oh no, I love that series. Yeah, no, I'm not just saying that, I like that too. I feel like I've watched it multiple times now. Practically quote it. My favorite. That's so hard. I feel like it depends on kind of the month, the year, whatever I'm interested in at the time, I guess. I like a lot of series. Serieses. However you want to say it. I suppose right now my favorite would be Clone Wars. That's what I've been into anyways. I watched the whole series and I definitely watch it again. I actually just got around to watching the last season. Yeah, I know it came out a while ago. It sounds crazy I waited that long, but it's like that feeling you get when you don't want something to end. Like, I knew it was going to end. I mean, Clone Wars is obviously going to have a finite ending. It's like in between movies, so you kind of know what's going to happen. Like, you know what's going to happen because there's already been content made about what happens after that time, and I liked it so much I didn't want it to end, so I just didn't watch it. But I'm glad I did. It sounds overly sentimental for a series, but I guess who likes things ending, Just kind of want things to go on and on forever and ever. Especially if you're having a good time. Which is probably why I'm taking forever to close up the coffee shop. Well, it's kind of like talking to you, even though we've only been talking for a little bit. I feel like the little interactions we've had have been good. I have a little banter, I think, every evening that you come in. Obviously, I can't talk to you forever at the cash register because there's other customers and things I have to do. I'm working, obviously, but I don't know, it's kind of nice to have an opportunity to actually talk without worrying about what order I'm making next or things like that. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying talking to me too. Hopefully you're not saying that just because I gave you a free coffee. Well, good. I'm glad. Not much more to do. Thankfully today everyone was very kind to the tables. You wouldn't believe some of the things that people leave on there. I mean, usually mostly everybody in here is pretty tidy, but every once in a while there's a table that looks like someone just dumped their whole cup on it. So, yeah, I'm pretty much almost done. Just gonna take a little bit of stock and then guess that'll be about it. But I may have some extra muffins and things in the back that are probably gonna be pitched out tomorrow. They're still good, obviously, but they like to keep things fresh here. So if you wanted to stay a little longer, you can. Yeah. Of course it's fine. I mean, I am the manager. Did you not know that? I mean, I guess you probably wouldn't. I don't really wear the manager pin, not super big on it. I just kind of like looking like any other employee, with obviously still having to deal with the manager stuff. So, would you be up for staying a little longer? Kind of be nice to talk to you a little more if that's all right with you. I just feel like a lot of people can make connections that they even know that are there because life is going so fast, or people are so busy, or too afraid to talk to each other. A lot of missed opportunities. And one thing I really like about this coffee shop is it's kind of like a cozy place where you can kind of strike up conversation if you have the guts to do it. So I guess I'm just trying to have the guts to ask you to stay here for a little while longer so we can hang out and get to know each other better, because I may or may not have noticed you more than any other customer here. Which pretty much plainly means I'm just saying that I kind of have a crush on you, so. Do you think I give free coffees out to anyone? I mean, it's true, it would have went to waste, but, you know. I may or may not have made extra on purpose. Okay. Well, what would you like to have? We have some extra muffins, bagels, donuts. We'll just close a little bit later tonight. Well, I mean, it'll still be closed. I really don't feel like having anyone else come in, but we can keep the lights on a little longer for the two of us. Because I gotta say, I'm dying to know more about you. I feel like just knowing what your favorite TV series is just isn't quite enough yet. I guess we can always talk about it over donuts.